Your drummer's shaking around this morning. Hello, hello. We're going to wait. I see Miss Kinsey. I see Miss Ann. Let's see who else joins us here. I'm on just a minute early, so we can get going in the new year. And drummer, of course, knows his cue at 10 o'clock to bark. And hopefully he won't keep barking, but that's where we're at right now. So I see Mr. David Russell has me on the big screen, so I'm hoping Faye is feeling well to join us this morning. Happy New Year to everyone. And just like I said, going to give it just a minute to see if folks hop on with us. Please comment. Let me know you're here. I have my coffee this morning. Oh, see, told you. Drummer right there. So, okay. I am working. Well, hello, Miss Cobby. Good morning, good morning. So, let's just go ahead and get started. I have absolutely been loving one of the sets. Well, lots of the sets. When you see my stash that I have accumulated from the new mini, because that's one of the perks of a demonstrator. We get to pre-order a month ahead of time. But the items from the mini catalog and the items from the Sale-A-Bration catalog. And we know that I cannot show you inside the catalog. However, I can show you items and projects that I have done through the catalog. So that's what we're going to work on today. Some of you that watched Wednesday night got a little sneak peek, and this is one of the cards that I had used, or I had done and shown on Wednesday night. So let's see if you can see this. This is the stamp set, Friendly Hello. And it's a photo polymer set. And I keep flipping it around thinking I can show it through the back side, but not anymore. And let me just go ahead and do. There is something that I have been doing with this. Let me show you what I do to solve that little problem. I like to see through the back of the case. I don't know why, but I do. So I am cutting this, and I would normally use my trimmer, but I'm just quickly going to do it with my scissors, and I'm cutting off this one edge, and it's going to go right back down in here. And in all honesty, I'm going to use a just a little dab will do you of the Stampin' seal to keep it in place. And then I put that on that side. That way I can still do what I want to do, like placing the stamp sets here and here, and I'll complete or finish doing it a little bit later. And then I still keep this piece and keep on them, but that way I can put this on here. Hey, Miss Sharon. So, and then I flip it over and I can see that, yes, it's photopolymer. Even though it says photopolymer here, I'm a visual person. So, there we go. That's just a quick and simple. You still have your spine if you have it on your shelf. So, you still have your spine you're able to see. You still have the front intact. And I can still see through there like I am used to on the old sets. Okay? But these both were done using this stamp set. And get the scissors out of the way here. This bundle. Get my scissors put up maybe. And this comes as a bundle in the Sale-A-Bration set. So it's a freebie that you can choose if you purchase $100. So it's not a bad deal. There's lots of stamp sets on here, and you can see they're good sizes. And again, for those of you that may be new or are new, our designer series paper is double-sided. So it's like getting 2 for 1. Look at that. Gorgeous sheets. This is the sheet that we use today. You can see I've got a piece of it out here. Took very little. And the other one is this. I used one of the sheets, but I've done several of those cards. So, let's put this away. I'm telling you, I love this set. Love, love, love it. So, I'll put it away. And with this set, what we're doing is highlighting basically just one stamp, possibly 2 stamps on each card, and then the DSP, because it is absolutely gorgeous. This is a white card base. This is your 8.5 by 5.5. So 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, scored at 4 1/4. Hey, Miss Linda. And then you have your black layer, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then you have your DSP, which is 3 3/4 by 5. Then on this one, we use the tags dies, and I just cut one out. I used the largest of the more elegant one rather than the hard lines. Hey, Miss Lisa. And then stamped Hello Friend and one flower in a coordinating color, which is the petal pink, and you can see that coordination there. Okay, and black, and that's all we have. Okay, so let's pull out that packet and show you what we have here. This gingham, someone may say, oh no, that's no longer going to be in the catalog after the first of the year. It is. It's being carried over through the 2022 annual catalog time frame. So it'll go at least through when this catalog ends, the annual catalog ends. See, I actually have enough for 2 here. Yay! Sorry, I get excited. And let's just see what we've got. Okay, so we have our card base. Like I said, this is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I've already done the scoring. I'm going to use my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, your ruler or block will work. It is a pretty bundle, Cobby. This Friendly Hello bundle, it's just, I'm just seeing so many nice things with it. So, I have the card base. Then here we have our black layer. And with the Stampin' Seal, I'm telling you, you don't have to use as much as what we did with the Tombow if you're using it. So I am just layering my black on here. And again, this black piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have designer series paper. Look at the pretty underside of that one. Ooh, so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Decide which way I want it showing, maybe. I always have problems when the flowers are pre-printed like this. But you see what it's going to cover. That may make a big, oh no, let's, I think this is the way we're going to go. And then we're just going to layer it on there. There's no stamping on these, so I can go ahead and put them on. I always recommend doing any of your stamping before you do any mailing. Hey, Miss Karen. So then we have our die cut tag that I've already cut. So we're going to pull a couple of these out and mount them. And you can see that these are ones I've used, but I've not actually put them mounted into my case yet. So we're going to have the Hello Friend. Okay. And we're going to have the little flower. So I'll show you which two we're using. Hello Friend. And we're just going to be doing that in the black. Okay. And then we're going to use this little flower, and it matches and coordinates with the DSP, but let me see if I can get this up close enough. And, ooh, that's sort of glaring a little bit there, isn't it? And I think you can see where I have stamped here full, here I've stamped off up, and here I've stamped off coming down. Okay, maybe you can see that. So then, let's pull out the Stampin' mat. We're using Stampin' mat because these are photopolymer. And I'm grabbing a scratch sheet here. Okay. You always want to use, if you're not for sure about your base, always use, Happy New Year, Sharon, to you too. You want to use your stamping mat, especially with the photopolymer, because if you're not careful, you'll leave some things undone. And since I'm not using the Stamp-A-Ratus, it's very, very hard to put it back in place. Oops, I may be moving this a little bit. Sorry. Let's do this. So I think that looks okay. So you just decide where you want to place your placement to be. Okay, stamp with purpose. Lift straight up. Yes, nice, nice, nice. Now I'll put that out of the way. And then we're going to come in with our Petal Pink. And Petal Pink is the color that is the background on this DSP. Okay? So now I need everybody to start out the new year good. I need you to be chatting and thumbs up in it and all that good stuff so that other folks will see the activity and want to watch and join. And these are such simple cards to make. So here all I'm going to do is do that flower as a whole. Okay. Then I'm coming up here and doing it off the top corner. And you can see there, I think, just a little bit where I did stamp off. And then down here, I move over just a little bit and stamp off on the bottom side. That way I've got my three, sort of that triangle. Your eye goes around it to see everything going on. So, excuse me. I am going to move that. And then what I have, I've just pre-cut a piece of the gingham. Like I said, this, fortunately, this is staying in as a carryover. And I'm feeding in through the back. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And I am going to loop. So I'm just going to feed it, well, if I can. Let's see. I got those, what is it, Tim Holt says, my pork chop fingers. Let's see if we can get them through that hole. There we go. Yep, that's all we need, I do believe. See some scissors here. Well, let's just wait and trim off after we get it on. Now, I popped this up using some dimensionals, so I think, or on this card I did, so I think that's what I'll do here. And I'm just using the scraps from my edging. You can see I've cut some. I'll have to cut a few more here. See if we've got any questions or comments that I need to be answering. You guys are quiet this morning. Okay, I know what it was. Did you stay up too late last night? Is that the problem? Did you just stay up way too late last night? These, Karen Byerly, these are simple, and you can cut and make more than one at a time, but look how pretty they are. They're not hard to do at all. So here, what I have done is just gotten the backing off, and I'm going to come here, and I'm just placing it. And yeah, I'm placing it at an angle. And I'm going to rummage through here and find my black, you can see how I have been using these. So these are new in the new catalogs that you will see. And they have the white, what we know is the cream or very vanilla. They have the basic gray, and they had a whole line of black, but I have been using these galore because they are just so pretty with these. So let's just work on getting some more off here. Looky there. There's a large one and then two smaller ones. And close those up then. I like to just lift the side of my packaging so I don't have to worry with that gummy thing going in and out and catching a lot of my stuff. But Cubby rang her bell at midnight. Well, I hope the neighbors were awake and appreciated it, Cubby. I was awake too. I watched the ball drop. So I know they were doing a Nashville scene, but I still, oh boy, do my scissors need sharpened. I still did the, let me grab my old ribbon scissors real quick. I still watched the New York. They were dropping the ball. It was a little bit that's good for me. It was a little bit quieter maybe at New York because they were only allowing those that were vaccinated or those that were wearing masks into the, I guess, the main area there. But I was just used to it, so I'm going to catch some of the replays, I think, of the Nashville scene one to see if that's something we want to do. Rewatch. Maybe change over to it next time. There we go. So we're done. We are done with that one card already. Now, granted, it has taken about 20 minutes. I've been talking. I've been giving sizes. We've been chit-chatting and things like that. I had it cut, but, all you would have to do is, you could do it in stages and have some ready to go and change up your colors however you would like. So there we go on that one. So what does everybody think about this card? No, I didn't see the proposal. Jimmy was turning it back and forth. This is the first year that he has stayed up to see the ball drop, and I don't know how long. And he's like, yeah. That's just not something that he is into. And we never did do a lot of New Year's Eve parties or anything like that. So just quiet at home, watching the ball drop normally. But there we go. Thank you. Yeah, I like the colors too. This is the petal pink and black, and that black just pops it. This one that we'll do next, we're going to be doing this so I can show you sizes and things on it too, and how good it goes together. This is Pool Party in black, and just look how it absolutely just pops for me. It does. I'm going to move this for just a minute just because it is giving us such a glare. So, taking a sip of some coffee. And let's see what else we have here. So, let's move these over to this side maybe. I'm going to be doing a black card base again. Same thing. It is the 8.5 by 5.5. And it's scored at 4 1/4. Okay. I have an inside white that is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So that I can have a verse on there. We're going to be doing a few little different things on this one, maybe. So let's see. Let's just go ahead. I know I haven't stamped, and I don't know what I'm going to write or anything on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert this in. The pool party color it's just one of my favorite colors this year, or since it came out. And I shouldn't say this year because we're only one morning in, but I've used a lot of pool party. Really like it. Now let's get this down there. Raspberry chocolate lava coffee. Yum. Coffee. I didn't have that this morning. I just had my faithful Maxwell House with some Hershey chocolate creamer. I have not had breakfast yet. I've got to decide what I'm actually going. Oh, I have had breakfast. I am so lying. My son came early this morning and brought me a sausage, or no, a bacon and egg biscuit. So that was very nice. So, okay, so then this is pool party. It is the 4 by 5 1/4 size, okay? And I used the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, okay? To get, I just put it in there and run it through, but this, I think you'll be able to see it better when we get the card done, but I wanted to show you this right here. Well, Cobb, I think he may have come over for your Christmas gift too. So, no. Okay, so there's what we did. So, there's no stamping on this. I can go ahead and adhere this to my card. And again, I just eyeball. Okay. Then this is a 2-inch strip, and it is 2 inches by 5 1/4. 2 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. And I know you see birds, and the birds may be upside down and every which way, but that's okay. You'll see, you know, watch the direction of your paper. On some, you really have to. I'm doing some covering on some of these, so, and I'm just sort of eyeballing that placement. And it's just, I cut it because it's the blue colors, the pool party. I cut it the same height, or I don't know if you want to say length or whatever, of my blue pool party layer, which was 4 by 5 1/4. So this DSP is 2 by 5 1/4. 2 by 5 1/4. This textile folder, Karen, it's wonderful. It's so subtle, but just a big punch. And to me, I've always said it's in the details. So now, here comes some fun. Here's our stamping piece. This is, oh, do I remember correctly? 2 3/4. No, I think it's 2 1/2. Let me see. Yes, this is 2 1/2 square. This piece of pool party, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then this white piece that we're going to stamp on is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. It leaves a very minimal border around the pool party leaves, very minimal pool party color. So 2.5 by 2.5, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to pull my stamp mat out again, and my black memento, and I have the bird stamp. Yeah, 2 3/8. It's the pool party is 2.5 by 2.5. The white is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Sorry, I don't know what I might have said there, but that's it. Just inking up my bud, and then I am just placing a little bit of the. I'm sort of doing at an angle. I'm going to do just a little bit more right there. Stamp with purpose. Pick him up, pull him up. There we go. Move him out of the way. Hey, Miss Beverly Clayton. We have missed you. So, again, this is just going to be oh, no problem. I'm going to try to do better, Miss Karen Byerly. Hey, Miss Mary Ellen. And I'll go over them again at the end. Looky there. Woohoo! Woohoo! So, I mean, that alone popped up. Look, that would be pretty. And you can make it a note card or whatever you want. But I love this one saying in here. And it is the one, you have my love and support. You just never know what might be needed. So, we're going to do this. We're going to put away my memento pad. We're going to come out with the Versamark. Oh, yeah. And we're going to use, make sure, do you remember, hey, Miss Deb Osborne. Wow, are you ready to go back to work Monday? Me neither. Let me just answer that for both of us. Me neither. Hey, Miss Mary Ellen, I'm glad to have you here. Hope everybody's had a good New Year. So we made this out of an old hosiery. It was clean. We added some baby powder and cornstarch, I think, in there to make our own embossing buddy. Because when you handle things, they're going to pick up oils. And your embossing powder, and always shake your embossing powder before you use it. Shake it and mix it up really well. Sorry, cover your eyes if you don't need to see shaking on the screen. But always shake that up. But then, using your embossing buddy, just sort of pounce on this. Okay? And then I'm going to put that up. I always keep it there on my holder. And I'm grabbing a tissue. And I'm making sure it's just the cheap ones that do not have the lotion. Because what will that do? Of course, that will pick up oil. Now, I'm going to hold this up close so you can see it. And you can see that the powder is on there. Right? Powder is on there. So, I'm just using my tissue, wiping it off a little bit. Okay? Then we're going to use our embossing pad, which is our Versamark pad. Okay? Our Versamark pad. I'm just going to ink that up really well. And I need to be over to the left-hand side. This is 4 1/4 wide. You can, or long, or whatever you want to say. As far as, it's 1 3/4. 1 3/4. And it goes all the way. So it's the 4 1/4. Okay? 1 3/4. 4 1/4. Oh, Judy Hollers does great job. Judy Hollers is another one of my downlines, and She is a hobby demonstrator, and she makes beautiful cards. She's just like you, just makes beautiful cards. So, but with heat, and this is white, so this is a little bit different. So I hope you don't see my head with me leaning over here. I'm going to go to the left, but I'm also going to go down just a tad. And let's see. Let's lay that out of the way. Then I have this scrap piece of paper here, and you can use a tray or scrap piece of paper. Once you tap it off, you'll see this will be reusable again, okay? So I'm just sprinkling on, moving it down, tapping it off. Using the embossing buddy, what that does is make sure you're not getting lots of extra specks around, okay? And with my eyesight, I think we're okay there, so I'm going to leave that. Let's lay it right there for a moment. You can see what I mean about putting this back in your jar, because you will want to use that next time. And it just, a little bit goes such a long way. And let's go ahead and put the lid on, because it is a fine, fine powder. Hey, Miss Peg. Move that out of the way. Close up our Versamark pad. Okay. And I'm going to show you one other thing. Sometimes, now, if I'm doing lots and lots of embossing at one time, I'll just be the first to tell you that I get embossing powder everywhere. So I use this little handy dandy dusting tool. I just keep one in my craft room for things like this. And there's no powder anywhere, okay? It's great to have in between, like if you're, if you're getting on a roll and doing lots of cards and things like that. So now what I'm going to do is pick this up. You're going to hear some noise. It's similar to a hairdryer. Trust me, it is not a hairdryer. If any of the ladies are watching that's not used to Stampin' Up or used to stamping tools, but your husband is right around close to you, he will know what this heat tool is. This is just a craft version. There is a more powerful construction or boy toy tool version of this, but you don't need it. It gets way too hot for what you need. So we are just, you hold it away. Hey, Miss Wendy Wilt. You hold it away. You don't want to put it right down on there, and you want to keep it moving. And there it's starting to turn from powder to glossy. I think you might be able to see that. I'm not for sure. But for me to see it, I have to hold it at a certain angle. So sorry if you do or if you don't. But now I'm putting my tool back up here where it won't burn anything. And there's what we have. I think you can see that it went from powdery to shiny. Now, we've done this before. I don't know that we've done it with white. So there you go. And I'm just letting it cool. Oh, there we go. So see, now I can rub it. I'll do this so you can see that I actually am rubbing the paper. Okay? And it stays on. So then, all I'm doing... Oops. Well, there we go. And we don't have to go all the way to the edge, because the very edge is not on the blue. It's on the black, so it doesn't need to be caught there. So you just pick the best place where you want to put it. Like, you could have it all the way up here if you wanted to, and then this could be down here, and showing your, well, guess what? That's exactly where mine's going to be, because that's where it's stuck. So then this is going to come down here. So what that did was hid the bird that was upside down and left the bird that's here. So I'm okay with that. Let's say okay. Now I think what I'm going to do here is grab some more pop-ups. And again, I'm working from my scrap side, so don't throw away those edges. Let them definitely be used. So I think, yep, definitely along the bottom, in the middle, and just a couple here. It may get a little pushed. We'll see. That's okay. Got a piece stuck there. See if I can. It's not wanting to move, but we will make it move. Pick tool, thank you so very much. Okay, we're starting out the new year right for those of you who do not have a pick tool. Wonderful, wonderful tool. $10. It's a good investment. Several things. It has the pick tool that I use a lot. It has the spatula, and it's all on there. It just goes in and locks. Turns around for when you need to use the spatula end. Okay. Then it also has what I call this glue end, and you'll see me use it in just a minute. I've about used all my glue, so I'm tightening it up, but then I'm loosening it so that the glue does not keep coming out. Okay, yes, I've got all those, so let's see. I'm going to go a little bit up. I'm going to keep my blue toward my blue edge. Let a little bit of the black show up here. There we go. A little bit different, but that's okay. You know, it is what it is. So then I'm pulling out the metallic pearls. And here's where I use the pick tool a lot. Instead of using the spatula end or whatever, I get just a tad bit of glue out on the end of that. And then we're putting them in the center of the flowers. Okay. And then I'm putting one down here. And that's my 3. I could go with more if I wanted to. I could put one up here, but you know me, I think 3 is plenty for me. Maker's choice, maker's choice. So look at what we have done. Look at the 2 cards that we have made. Get some things out of the way. Okay. So, let's see if I can create a little cheat sheet for us. Let's use a pen. I'm looking for a pen. Sorry, ladies. Let me see if I can find a pen here pretty quickly. Maybe. Yes. Oh, here's another perk. Sign up for Stampin' Up. This comes in your wonderful package. Great, great, great. So this was the first card. So we're going to say card number 1. And what is today? Today is 01/01/2022. Oh my goodness. So card 1 is going to be white, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored 4 1/4. Okay, that's your white. And then your black base or layer. Woo! Layer. And that black layer is simply 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Then you have your DSP layer. And that DSP layer is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. And then this, your tag is, I can put tag. And that's from the tags dies. Okay. And you just use whatever you want to use there. for whatever greeting you're choosing to use, whether it be the hello friend, or there are other things that you know, you can put the, you have my love and support on the outside, or hope you have the best birthday on the outside. So it's all depending on what you want as to what your layer is going to be. Okay, so that is card 1. I can't write straight, so once I get done, I'll straighten it up so it'll be on here. Card 2. So let's sort of change places here. Okay, card number 2. Okay, the black is the base, and it's 8.5 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Okay, then we have the pool party. Pool party layer, and that is simply, pool party is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and it is embossing folder, just so you know that that's the line that I use the embossing folder on. So is this helping to give some measurements and so forth? Then you have let's say DSP. That DSP was 2 by 5 1/4. Okay. Then we have the black, and that was 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. Then we have the pool party. Boy, I'm hoping I'm remembering these correctly. Pool party, which was 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Then we have the white. That was 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Okay. How's that? Can you zoom in on that enough to see and take a picture? So I hope this works for you. And again, I love these cards. Beautiful DSP. Some wonderful, wonderful things in the new catalogs. There's some on my door. For those of you that are local and want to pick those up, I do have some packs prepared on my door, and there may just be a few little Happy New Year items in those if you want to come by and pick them up. And you can come in and say hi if I'm here too. But there are some bags hanging on the doors. You cannot look at them before you choose them. You have to just pick a bag. But there are some goodies in those bags. Okay. So, yes, Sharon, these were done with white embossing powder, a Versamark pad. Okay, let me see if I can get this up here. A Versamark pad and a heat tool. And a heat tool. Okay. So, I hope you enjoyed today. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can shop with me 24/7. It's simply www.inkygatherings.stampingup.net. There is a host code, and it's out there on the Facebook group. So, and we'll be posting some pictures, and then I'll put these in the comments also. Okay. But these are great, simple cards. But look how they just come out so well. So I hope you have enjoyed the morning. Please share, let folks know. Let's get our group growing a little bit so we can do more and more and have more goodies and more giveaways. The more we have, the more we can do. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll look back over the comments. But thank you very much. You have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, and don't forget, post some pictures of some things you do today. Thanks. Bye.